is somebody on the WhatsApp line saying, this insurance policy topic is great. I have a family member who's been cashing in on policies for other family members without their knowledge. Policies are cashed in when a death certificate is produced. I would love to know how this is even possible. Maybe it's because this family member works for an insurance company, knows the ins and outs of how to bypass the system. So, I mean, that would be the thing, you know, when somebody randomly comes to you and says, listen, I need a copy of the death certificate, to what point are they entitled to it? Now, here's something, and I wonder if it's an urban legend or if it is actually happening. But somebody here saying some gang leaders take out policies on their members. All you need is an ID number. And I've heard this over and over again, right? And I've even heard, and I mean, the way the story goes on the grapevine is that gangsters end up murdering other gangsters for the policies. So there's a subculture of, we will take out policies, and many of these things you just do on the phone. You need an ID number, off you go.
Really?
Boom, boom, boom.
So is there nothing you have to prove?
Well, this is what we're trying to find out, you see. Here's a WhatsApp in from somebody else.
Morning, Aiden. Chick, yeah. My wife works in the banking sector, so she told me that there's this one auntie that took out life policies on all the gangsters in the community, all the some of the gangsters in the community. So if they die, then she will give them a nice funeral, but say it has gemaakt. It's a business, man. Yeah. This is a business
It's
out
a
there.
syndicate.
I don't know if we can call it a syndicate, but it's a business now.
Right.
Shame, but at least they get a funeral then, because I mean, most gangsters
But
don't.
under what? I want to know on what
no,
grounds.
We're moving on now to something else. Every time you say the word shame, we are going to fine you.
Sorry.
R100.
No, but that wasn't the right
$100.
context.
So that was the last time you said shame on air.
Right
From now on,
context.
it's got to be a traffic presenter
this is
thing
a
because
feature thing now.
your predecessor. I mean, we had a shame jar and everything. There was a lot of money that we made.
There was a shame jar.
Yeah,
Oh, come. That's a nice way to
$100.
make money, actually.
$100.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Shame. Last one.
Yes.
Last.
Get it
Just
out
wanted
your
to get it
system. Get it
out
out
of
your
my-
system. Go. You want to say it one more time?
Shame.
Now, the hang now of what people are trying to say. So you get life policies. So we're talking about how there is this tendency to cash in policies when people die. And you're able, apparently, to take it out on pretty much anybody. But these are not life policies. So what I'm getting in on the WhatsApp line is, and it seems as if it's people with knowledge or people who work within the financial services sector. If you're covering your life, right, if you go to any of the big, and I don't want to mention anybody by name because, I mean, that's not what this is, but you go to the big life assurers, then you present yourself, you take out a policy, it's worth 2 million, 4 million, 10 million, whatever the deal is. They send you off for a whole batch of tests to make sure that you don't have any fatal illness or condition that could compromise the terms of the payout. They kind of work on the basis that you're going to live till a ripe old age, 65, 70, 80, whatever the number is. And based on that, they'll say, right, well, in order for you to get 5 million rands life cover, you need to pay an installment of X amount per month. And I mean, that's the way it goes. So where this phenomenon that people are talking about of people cashing in on other people's deaths, it's not those policies. It's got to do with funeral policies. It's the stuff we've been seeing advertised on TV. We advertise it on this radio station. You can include up to 10 people in a funeral plan. Who are the 10 people? Is it your immediate family? Sometimes you just need an ID number, and I think that's what we're talking about in this case.
Hey, Aiden and team. It sounds like you are referring more to funeral policies or funeral plans more than like policies or life policies. Yeah, because funeral plans pay out almost immediately. And I mean, you can have up to almost 13, 15 people on a funeral policy at a time. So, yeah, as long as you're paying the premiums, they'll pay out.
Okay, so there we are. Somebody saying not all life policies require medicals, but it would require the consent of the person and physical production of an ID and whatever else. So those are those life policies. They come with all sorts of contingent restrictions and so on. I think what we are talking about would be those funeral policies. Those are generally a lot more affordable. They are easier to get and often require a lot less by way of proof of ID and so on. Okay, I think we've broken the back on that one. If you've got any further questions, maybe speak to our financial advisor, and they'd best be able to advise you. But just know that maybe there's on the face of it, a well-meaning auntie in the family, but she could be out there cashing in lekker on everybody. I mean, like, is that even a thing? Like, how do people even reason through all of this? It's mad, man. Absolutely bizarre.